It's time for high school football, presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network. The best Stark County football is heard right here all season long. Whether you're in a car, at home, or on the go, the action is live on Q92 and streaming on the Q92 Facebook page, X, and our YouTube channel. Now, let's take you live to the stadium and our broadcast team for tonight's kickoff on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
Here they go! Touchdown!
sophomore quarterback in the fall. Head coach Jay Ward starts his fourth season for the Polar Bears, earning 17 Letterman from their 54 record last season and both Federal League champs. They graduated 41 seniors last year. Yes, 41. But Lucas Eckerman enters his fourth year as a starting varsity quarterback. Last year, he threw for 1,994 yards, 15 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions, completing 53.6% of his passes. He will have some new weapons to work with. Chase Maurer will be the feature back this season. And senior Corey Jacobs has transferred back from St. Vincent St. Mary and will play a significant role at wide receiver. Join me, Ryan Keller, and Coach Antonio Hall with the call. Kickoff at 7 p.m. on Q92radiosports.com and the Q92 YouTube page. From Robert Fife Stadium, Ryan Keller, Q92 Sports.
From the daily driver, a heavy hauler, to a high-end auto investment, the Sarshone Auto Group is one of Northeast Ohio's leaders. With 6 locations, Sarshone Ford in Alliance and Randolph, Sarshone Chevrolet in Randolph and Garrettsville, Sarshone Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Dalton, and the Sarshone Auto Gallery in North Canton. The Sarshone Auto Group. Find out more at sarshone.com, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns.
RG Bread, Dog County's premier Korean center, offers programs that compare competitive at a high school level for Korean and Japanese graduation beyond high school. Occupant, RG Bread students have an immediate opportunity to obtain a well-paying job in the exciting career field and offer education in culinary, human resources, engineering, sports-driven landscape, and so much more. Contact RG Bread to find a program and career that's the perfect fit for you. RG Bread, your career.
Dreaming of your next getaway? Leisure Dream Getaway Travel Agency is a local women-owned travel agency helping you see the world. We support any and all types of travel, honeymoons, all-inclusive, cruises, Disney, along with bachelorette trips, and destination weddings with low deposits and you set your monthly payment. Mention Q92 to get $50 on board, cruise, credit, cabin, or $150 off your non-cancel vacation or honeymoon. Call 330-428-0610. Leisure Dream Getaway Travel Agency. If you don't go, you won't know.
Looking to brighten someone's day? Look no further than Hartville Balloon Shop. We're locally owned right here in Hartville. Let us design custom displays for your birthdays to baby showers. And yes, to those high school seniors, even graduation. We've got balloons for every occasion. Delivery all across Stark County and beyond, bringing the celebration to your door. Visit HartvilleBalloonShop.com or call 330-705-6799 today. Hartville Balloon Shop, making your event stand out.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
Week 1 of high school football is here tonight. We are live from Bob Cummings Field at Glen Oak High School for the Dover Crimson Tornadoes and the Glen Oak Golden Eagles on the Q92 Sports Network, presented by the Sarshone Auto Group. Dover will have a new head coach. Tornadoes. Folks, 706 yards from scrimmage, also had 6 touchdowns, and 2 of those were by way of kick return. It's Dover and Glen Oak, and you can listen live on the Q92 Sports Network. Pregame is 6:30, kickoff at 7. For Q92 Sports, I'm Mike Fortin.
The Cleveland Glenville Tugwaters visit Massillon. Glenville was 11-4 last year after winning the previous 2 state titles in Division 4. Ed Gainer finished 29th season leading the Charlotters, but has beaten Massillon only once in 4 meetings, 31-17. 2009 Division I state semifinal, most recent matchup in the rivalry. Glenville continues its early season gauntlet with games at state champions Poland, Kansas Liberty, and Avon, and at St. Edward. Cornerback Aaron Scales was an Ohio D4 Defensive Player of the Year. Linebacker Sincere Johnson was an All-Ohioan and is committed to Ohio State. Safety T.J. Newell ran for 1,100 yards and 18 touchdowns last year, but is expected to concentrate on defense this season. Quarterback Marvell Nelson split time last year. He's expected to take over full-time. Massillon had its bid for a second straight state title derailed by 19 penalties and kickoff return touchdown in a regional final loss to Big Walnut. Tigers have only 2 starters returning on offense, both on the line, which is expected to excel again. Manny Patterson looks to get the call at quarterback as Jalen Slaughter is gone after starting for all or part of the last 4 seasons. Patterson played in 7 games last year, completing 4 of 9 passes. Xavier Owens, brother of state champion quarterback Dewan Owens, should be the top rusher. Carried for 126 yards with a 3.9 average in 9 games last year. New defensive coordinator Jeff Kent comes from Georgia and will have last year's second leading tackler Jaden Williams, the linebacker. Senior had 81 stops with 12.5 for loss and 5.5 sacks. Tigers host the Carbloods. I'm Clint Cross for Q92 Sports.
From the daily driver, a heavy hauler, to a high-end auto investment, the Sarshone Auto Group is one of Northeast Ohio's leaders. With 6 locations: Sarshone Ford in Alliance and Randolph, Sarshone Chevrolet in Randolph and Garrettsville, Sarshone Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Dalton, and the Sarshone Auto Gallery in North Canton. The Sarshone Auto Group. Find out more at sarshone.com, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns.
Peace of mind. It's one of the most important benefits that we can offer at Friends and Family Credit Union. Welcome to Family Secure Checking. It offers unrivaled security to protect your everyday finances and purchases, as well as comprehensive identity theft protection and reimbursement coverage, credit file monitoring, benefits for travel, shopping rewards, and cell phone protection that includes repair or replacement for up to 4 phones on your cell phone plan. It's time to bring a friend into the family.
Dreaming of your next getaway? Weaver's Dream Getaway Travel Agency is a local women-owned travel agency helping you see the world. We support any and all types of travel, honeymoons, all-inclusive, cruises, Disney, along with bachelor and bachelorette trips, and destination weddings with low deposits and huge sets of monthly payments. Mention Q92 to the $50 on board, free credit habit, or $150 off your non-cancel vacation or honeymoon. Call 330-428-0610. Weaver's Dream Getaway Travel Agency. If you don't go, you won't know.
Looking to brighten someone's day? Look no further than Hartville Balloon Shop. We're locally owned right here in Hartville. Let us design custom displays for your birthdays to baby showers. And yes, for those high school seniors, even graduation. We've got balloons for every occasion. Delivery all across Stark County and beyond, bringing the celebration to your door. Visit HartvilleBalloonShop.com or call 330-705-6799 today. Hartville Balloon Shop, making your event stand out. You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network. A new era at Canton McKinley football begins tonight as new head coach Renzi Parnell leads the Bulldogs on the field for the first time tonight on the road against the warm-hearted Raiders right here on the Q92 Sports Network. Presented by the Sarshone Auto Group. Coach Parnell comes to McKinley by way of Akron Holden, where he was the defensive coordinator. Along with his coaching staff, Coach Parnell also is bringing a couple of players with him, from senior quarterback Trent Hayden and senior defensive back Chris Cook, who were both part of the Hogan team that advanced to the state semifinals last year. The Bulldogs overall returned 19 veterans from last year's team. They also added running back Zion Colbert, who rushed for over 1,500 yards last year for Canton County. As for the warm-hearted Raiders, this marks year 2 of the Matt Richardson era. In year 1, the Raiders went 7-3 and made it to the second round of the playoffs. He's been working hard to instill and get the team to adopt his culture. They'll be led this year by returning quarterback James Jones, who had a lot to do with their success last season. Harding will try to attack you with their running game. Mike Kingader is back and healthy, and Landez Brogan is back. Coach Richardson calls them Thunder and Lightning. The Raiders will also be leaning on their big and physical offensive line, but they tout goes 9 men deep. It's Kent McKinley and Warren Harding. And you can hear it all right here on the Q92 Sports Network. Pregame at 6:30, kickoff is 7. For Q92 Sports, I'm Christian Biggleton.
High school football tonight here on AM 1310 WBCN. The Arlington Dukes, the Western Tigers of Lawrenceville Heights. So, and my partner, Caleb Morris, all the action stories tonight beginning at 7 p.m. Let's take a look back at last year. Both these teams kind of struggled, trying to get things turned around here in 2025. Arlington, a record of 2-8 a year ago, one of those wins against this Lawrenceville Heights program. Meanwhile, the Tigers, one win a season ago, they had a record of 1-9. Obviously looking to improve upon that as well. Heights, after this week, will play like Lawrenceville Cares, West Place, Cleveland Central Catholic, Newport East, as they have a much tougher schedule here this season. Tomorrow is good news. After tonight's game, they'll have Northwest, Howland, Lewisville, and John F. Kennedy as well. They'll be breaking a new running back, a new quarterback, as Joe Cardinal gets ready for his first season with the Cardinals. Arlington will be in Division 4 this year, and again in Region 13. It's the Arlington Dukes and the Tigers of Lawrenceville Heights coming up tonight. Here myself, Sam Berkeley, and my fellow commentator, Caleb Morris, for all the action coming up right here on AM 1310 WBCN.
Looking to brighten someone's day? Look no further than Hartsville Balloon Shop. We're locally owned right here in Hartsville. Let us design custom displays for your birthdays to baby showers. And yes, for both high school seniors, even graduation. We've got balloons for every occasion. Delivery all across Stark County and beyond, bringing the celebration to your door. Visit HartsvilleBalloonShop.com or call 330-705-6799 today. Hartsville Balloon Shop, making your event stand out.
From the daily driver, a heavy hauler, to a high-end auto investment, the Sarshone Auto Group is one of Northeast Ohio's leaders. With 6 locations, Sarshone Ford in Alliance and Randolph, Sarshone Chevrolet in Randolph and Garrettsville, Sarshone Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Dalton, and the Sarshone Auto Gallery in North Canton. The Sarshone Auto Group. Find out more at sarshone.com, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
All right, now that we've heard from around the league this evening, let's get a few words from our coaches.
Yeah, we've had a good practice. We had some really good players that have stepped up from the game. Our school this week as well, so that's always a tough week, but I feel like the kids battled through that good and had a pretty productive day.
All right, Coach. Looking at the team on paper here, it looks like you got a lot of juniors, a lot of new faces starting the business. How have they adapted to the next side?
Yeah, they've done a good job. We are young. We lost a really strong team last year. A lot of starters on both sides. So, two games, 2 days. There were mistakes that were being made. Right, you got the guys playing good spots, trying to get them to grow up. And they're doing a good job of that. They're making a little bit of progress each day, and that's the goal. Find ways to get better every day. They're in the right direction. I think that's what we're now.
All right, Coach. What are some key victories last year? The main key to this victory on Friday night against
Yeah, South Ring's very, very good football team. Very well coached. Very disciplined. A lot of mistakes. Defensive football, not so well. So we have to take advantage of that opportunity. where I really think the game's probably going to come down to special teams. That's going to be a big part of it. So we got to find a way to make a couple of explosive plays offensively and stop that very methodical offense. Do a really good job of running the football and tackle well.
All right, so and lastly, what can your community take to do for your people Friday night?
Oh, absolutely. Our kids fight tail off, man. They work hard, not to say the past around, but kids love the game, they love each other. And that's the best thing.
All right, so sounds good. Thank you again, and good luck with you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay. All right, this is Brian Long, QNC Sports Authority. South Range head coach Greg Brock. Coach, how is this week's practice looking for these guys?
I think we've had a good week. I think we're as prepared as we can be. Week one obviously have a great home game now. We have to play a good game on a consistency stage, but I'm really pleased with the week we've had.
All right, coach, and as you're seeing, a lot of new faces there for you. How is your team adapting to the Wednesday night mentality?
Yeah, I mean, I've been proud of how they've handled that. Obviously, they're starting a lot of young guys, taking the first start tonight, guys in different roles and different positions, but they went about it the same way we kind of always have, as far as making the next man up and trying to show up on a Friday night as ready as we can be.
All right, coach. And last year, what do you think are some main keys for the victory of your season?
I know it sounds cliche, but for us, I mean, sometimes we have to find ways to run the football against a terrific defense, and we got to find ways to stop their run game. Their short passing game, their long passing game, got some really dangerous guys on the perimeter we have to slow down. And then just like any other team, football in the turnover battle, try to play great football.
All right, sounds good, coach. Thank you. Good luck.
Hey, thanks, and appreciate this kid.
All right, we are just about ready to kick things off here. Welcome to week one. Let me introduce my partner, Ryan Rowland. Ryan, welcome to week one. What do you think about this matchup, buddy? All right. Well, it should be a good matchup this evening. Two dominant teams in the state of Ohio, one coming from a very strong Federal League program. The other is Division 5 powerhouse here, South Range, who had a deep run last year into the playoffs. What are going to be some keys for each team this evening, Ryan?
I think some keys for this game is going to be who can stop who first. Like Coach Dandy George said, they are very talented. They are very athletic. South Range has a lot of young pups, but they're ready to go. They've been having that next man up mentality, and Coach said they're ready to go, rock and roll this season.
So what do you think for South Range? They've got a younger quarterback making his first start at home under the Friday night lights after watching his brother do it for so many years. What do you think's going through his mind this evening?
I could only imagine what it is to be a quarterback week one. All the nerves, all the jitters. But I think his big brother, I think his coach, I think his program has got him there to be ready, to be set, to be locked in.
And this evening on the other side, we have kind of like a quarterback combo for the Lake Blue Streaks. You're either going to get Ty DeGeorge under center or you're going to get Alex Quire under center. Both had opportunities last year. I know during week 1 or 2, Alex Quire got hurt, missed the rest of the season. So Ty DeGeorge came in and finished the season very strong for the Blue Streaks. So they do have some upper-class leadership there. On the offensive line, that's where a lot of their new faces are going to be. And Ryan, what do you think is going to happen in those trenches for the Blue Streaks this evening?
The offensive line is where you win games and where you lose games. A lot of people don't see that. But I think these young guys, I think they are mostly juniors. I think they're ready to rock and roll. I think they are battle-tested through practice. I think Coach Dandy George has been a great job of getting his team ready this week.
Well, both teams are making their way out onto the field. It should be an exciting one here this evening. The weather is beautiful, and you couldn't have a better night for week 1 of high school football.
Oh, no, you got to love this weather. the great state of Ohio has produced a great week 1 weather.
So, Coach Rock has a big shoes to fill on both sides of the ball for him this year, losing so many key players the last few years. And reading some things and hearing you talk to him, he's got that next man up mentality. Tell us a little bit about what he had to say about that.
Yes, the next man up mentality. These guys, they don't look at what class they're in. They don't care what grade they are. They don't care what they are. They're ready to win. They're ready to dominate. They're ready to be the Raider. They're ready to show the community that they are here to make a standpoint.
Perfect. Well, both teams are taking the field, getting ready for kickoff. Lake will be kicking from left to right, wearing their all white and their traditional royal blue helmets. South Range will be receiving the ball. They'll be in their all maroon helmets, gold lettering for them. And here we go. We are about to kick things off. Week 1. Kicking for the Blue Streaks is senior J.P. Moorhead. This is J.P. Moorhead's first season playing football. He's actually played soccer the last 3 years, and they recruited him to come out for football this season.
You can never go wrong having a soccer player as a kicker.
Nope. Back deep for South Range, we have number 11, Tommy Titus.
It's also very
It looks like number 21, Gavin Hiscox. And the ball is off. Kick is up, and we start the 25-26 football season. And he's making his way up, has a little bit of a haul, and he is brought down just about the 27-yard line. Great return there by South Range.
Yeah, as they get their offense out on the field here, I thought it was very interesting to see 3 guys back there instead of the normal 2.
Yeah, they did have a third person back there. It was hard to make out his number. He was on the far side of the field. Right now, we do have a Blue Streak player down. So it'll be interesting to see how it comes out with South Range coming out with their young offense. They only have 3 returning starters.
Yes, I believe they have 3 starters coming back, and I think the Lake Streaks even have 5 on offense and 5 on defense. So both young teams.
All right, our injured player is making his way off the field. And South Range is getting in the huddle.
I feel like a lot of these early injuries are going to be a lot of cramps just because of the heat.
Yes, indeed. South Range starting in a shotgun formation. Man in motion. They're going to hand it off. And not much there. Stuffed at the line, carrying the ball was number 15, Jason Vorshak, for the Raiders.
Yeah, we got to get the offense has to get ready, has to get blocked. Can't go negative yards with this Lake defense.
And they were stuffed at the line with no gain on that play. Raiders are quick to come back out. They are in shotgun once again. Toy looking for the snap. Drops back, rolls out to his right. Nothing there. Is trying to run, and he is brought down in the backfield by a host of Blue Streaks. Big battle up front there by the Blue Streaks defensive line.
Yeah, that defensive line is very powerful. It's showing its dominance so far.
So we're going down to 3rd and 1 for the Raiders. The Raiders coming out. Toy shotgun again. Vorshak to his left. Rolls out left. Looking to throw. Still looking. Under pressure. Takes off. And he is brought down about the 32-yard line. Not enough for a first down here. Brought down by number 54 of the Blue Streaks. That is defensive end Gavin Slausweimer. Sorry about that. And it looks like the Raiders are going to punt this one away. A quick 4 and out for our Raiders. Back deep is number 22, Chase Fuller, and number 12, Ty DeGeorge. Fuller has the ball coming up the field, breaks one tackle at the 40-yard line, and he is pushed out of bounds at about the 43-yard line.
I tell you, Coach Danny George said this team is very athletic. They are showing it very early in this game that they're getting through that offensive line very quickly.
Our Blue Streaks coming out on offense. Be interested to see who is going to play quarterback to start off the game. And it looks like starting at quarterback is going to be Alex Quire. Alex is a senior for the Blue Streaks. Started last year at the beginning of the season. Unfortunately, had his season cut short with an injury. So let's see what he can do for the Blue Streaks. Shotgun formation. A little bit of a pistol. DeGeorge behind him. Hand off to DeGeorge up the middle, looking for space. And got about 2 yards on the play. Ty DeGeorge. Raiders making a great stop. Defensive line just not giving any room to the Blue Streaks to run. So it'll be 2nd and 9 on the 43-yard line. Shotgun formation. Quire with DeGeorge on his left. Snap, handoff, and it is stopped in the backfield. Nothing there by a host of Raiders. Excuse me, that was 16 running the ball. Shannon Bilter for the Blue Streaks.
So far, both defenses have been playing great so far. They've been flying to the ball, getting where they need to be.
So it's 3rd and 9 for the Blue Streaks on their 43-yard line. Shotgun formation. Quire drops back, looking to throw, looking deep for Ty DeGeorge, and he's got it at about stepping out of bounds just right before the 20-yard line. What a great play by Alex Quire, stepping to the side in the pocket and finding DeGeorge downfield.
The offensive line did a great job there holding their blocks, making sure the pocket stayed there for the quarterback there.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 on the Raiders' 21-yard line. Shotgun formation. Snap back. Looking for a screen to George. DeGeorge tries to shake one man. Nothing there. Maybe about a half a yard on the play. Blue Streaks trying to run a wide receiver screen there.
Pass complete to number 12, Ty George. Brought down by number 15, Jason Borchak.
Number 15 on the tackle for the Raiders. Blue Streak shotgun formation. 3 wide to the right. Looking to throw, tucks it, keeps it. He's got a first down at the 10-yard line. Great run there by Alex Quire.
Again, they keep showing their athletic skills here.
The Blue Streaks putting together a nice first drive. A gain of 9 there, and it is 1st and goal for the Blue Streaks. Shotgun formation for Quire. 3 to the right. Hands off. Breaks a tackle, moving upfield. And we are down just about the goal line. Shannon Bilter with the carry. Gets a nice push there by his offensive line. It's going to be 2nd and goal, just shy of the goal line.
Yeah, it's one of the great things you want to see in the red zone. A running back shifty with the line blocking for him.
Blue Streaks coming to the line. Ty DeGeorge in at quarterback. Keeper trying to get up the middle, driving, reaching for it. Does he get it? And the officials say touchdown, Blue Streaks. Great job by the offensive line. Also a fabulous job by Ty DeGeorge trying to find that lane and get that push and reaching out.
Yes, what a great little first drive they had going there, showing their athletic skills with mixing it up with the run, with the pass.
All right, Blue Streaks going for the extra point. Braden Talkington, the kick is up, and it is good. So that brings the score, Blue Streaks 7, Raiders nothing. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
The extra point is good. With 6 minutes and 34 seconds left in the first quarter.
All right, we are back here at Raiders Stadium. Blue Streaks up 7-0 on South Range. Kickoff goes into the end zone and will be a touchback. The Raiders are going to take up over on their own 20-yard line. So, Ryan, we saw the first two drives. What do we think about both teams coming into this so far?
So far, we keep talking about that word athleticism. The Blue Streaks are very athletic. It's great to watch. The Raiders, they're battling that first week jitters of trying to be a dominant program again.
The Raiders breaking the huddle, coming out. Toy and Raiders in a pistol formation. Handoff up the middle. Stuffed at the line. Not a lot of room for number 15, Jason Borshak. Nothing there. Kyle Hammer getting his name called for the first time this evening with a great tackle there for the senior. Last year, Kyle Hammer was second in tackles for the Blue Streaks. Has to step up this season and become the leader on that defense. The Raiders in a pistol formation once again. Motion. Snaps back. Toy looking to throw. Has a man wide open. Catches it. Number 16, Guido Miller. Beautiful catch right there. Able to move the ball down to the field to a 45-yard line. First down, Raiders.
We may see that first game jitters coming out of Troy there.
Shotgun formation. Twins to his right. Snaps back, handoff up the middle. Nice little hole for him to run. He's breaking through. And it looks like he's got a first down and more for Vorshak.
There is some laundry on the field, though.
And it looks like the Raiders are marching back. And we got a holding penalty against the Raiders. That's going to push him back. And they will repeat first down. So first down and some distance here. Shotgun still for the Raiders. Big challenge for Toy and the offense. Snap is back, looking to throw. Looking a nice little curl. Caught by number 21. Right about the 44-yard line. Gavin Hiscox. What a great catch there, Ryan.
Oh, yeah. Great catch. I believe Gavin Hiscox was actually their starting quarterback last year. So it's great to see him playing a different role this year.
Raiders come out in a pistol formation. Snap is back, looking to throw. Doesn't see a whole lot. Takes off up the middle, and he is brought down just shy of the first down. Number 47 is on that tackle, Kyle Hammer. Gain of 5 for the Raiders. It's going to be 3rd and 2. Handoff up the middle. Nothing there. He is stuffed at the line by that defensive line for the Blue Streaks. Drew Starkey with the ball carry.
Yeah, there was a big old collision right where he wanted to bounce that hole through.
4th and 3 now for the Raiders. We're in the first quarter, 3:43 left. Blue Streaks lead 7-0. Man in motion. Snap is back. Looking for that quick screen. Brought down right about the line of scrimmage. Starkey with the catch there. Brought down by number 17, Cole Raiders.
A great drive that they were having there is coming up with a heartbreak.
So the Blue Streaks come out. Alex Quire going to the huddle. Quire in the shotgun. We've got a flag on the play. We're going to get a false start on the offense.
You know, as we talked before, the Lake offensive line that is very young. I might see that as a problem tonight as the pre-jitters as they get through week 1 here.
Yeah, especially if they have some different quarterbacks coming in there and some different cadences. They're not used to hearing the same person all the time.
Yes, sir.
Lake breaks the huddle, coming out to the line of scrimmage. Snap is back. Low snap. Handoff up the middle. Breaks one tackle, but he doesn't have much room to run. Shannon Biltner on the carry.
You know, Mike.
Starkey on the tackle.
You know, Mike, as you said, the different quarterbacks here. We see quarterbacks coming in and out for the Lake offense. Like you said, for the offensive line, it is very tricky because the cadence, you got how they snap, if they're left-handed, right-handed.
We're about 2:48 left on the clock here in this first quarter. It's 2nd down for the Blue Streaks. Snap is back. Looking to throw. Has a man. Caught right past the 50-yard line by the Blue Streaks. Number 22, Chase Fuller on the catch from the first down for the Blue Streaks.
Gain of 10, going to bring up 3rd and 7 now.
I believe Chase Fuller is one of those X-Factor three-head monsters they have on that offense side.
Excuse me, it was a 3rd down due to the penalty, so it is 3rd down for the Blue Streaks. Snap is back, looking to throw, pump fakes, has a man, breaks one tackle, able to get a couple of yards, but it's going to be just short of the first down. Wayne Snyder on that reception for the Blue Streaks. So it is 4th and 2. Big decision. It looks like the Blue Streaks may be going for it here.
I'll try to give a little spoiler. They might go for on a 2 count here.
1:30 left on the clock. Man in motion. Low snap, fumbled snap, ball's on the ground. Squire's dancing around trying to find something. There is nothing. He is brought back about 5 yards lost there in the backfield. Number 11 on the sack, Tommy Titus. Big sack there for the Raiders, and they will take over on downs. We're going to be at 2 poor snaps there in a row by the Blue Streaks.
It's the young, unexperienced in them. Nothing against them, though. Just that week 1 jitters.
South range pistol formation. Snap is back. Fakes the handoff, looks to throw, has a man, and he drops it at the 30-yard line. Pass was intended for number 21, Hiscock. No, for a second there, it looked like it was going to be intercepted, and then he came right out of nowhere and just right through his hands.
Yeah, and those are the tricky plays, and sometimes as coaches, you want to give that ball right back to him just to build his confidence back up. That way he's not down on himself during this game.
Tommy Titus was the intended receiver on that play. Pass fell incomplete. 1:06 here left in the first quarter.
Yeah, when Toy was going to throw that ball, there was a lot of defenders in his face. I think he was trying to get out of there so nothing bad would happen out of there.
Shotgun formation for the Raiders. Snap back. Toy looking to throw. Throwing over the middle, has a man, and it is complete for the first down for the Raiders. Number 87 on that completion, James Desert. First down for the Raiders. Just under a minute here to play in the first quarter. Shotgun formation, man in motion. Hands off on a jet sweep, not a lot of room to run. And there's a flag on the play.
Oh, yeah, I think his hand had a little bit of face mask in it.
Tommy Valentine on the carry. We're to see what the flags are. Personal foul, horse collar tackle on the Blue Streaks. After that penalty, gets 1st and 10 on the Blue Streaks' 21-yard line. 34 seconds left here in the first quarter. Pistol formation. Raiders looking for that screen, that bubble screen. It's there. Copper number 21 and gains about 6 yards on the play.
You know, Mike, as we go back to that horse collar call, just remember out there, people, that there are 2 types of those horse collars. Depending on how he goes down to the field, there's a 10-yard penalty and a 15-yard penalty.
And we're going to wrap up the first quarter with the Lake Blue Streaks 7, South Range Raiders 0. Welcome back to Raiders Stadium. We're going to get the second quarter started here. Lake Blue Streaks are up 7-0 on the South Range Raiders. Ryan, what'd you see that first quarter?
You know, I think what we see that first quarter, especially from the Raiders' offense, is I think they're slowly starting to find their identity with the smaller offensive line, the unexperienced. They are probably a quick pass team rather than run, rather than deep threats.
So we got number 44 in at quarterback, Valentine, looking to keep it himself. Runs up the middle, gets about 1 or 2 yards on the play. Wildcat formation there. Brought down by number 5 for the Blue Streaks, Drew Pritchard.
Game 3, here we have 3rd and 1 now for the Raiders.
So small gain. It's going to be 3rd and 1 for the Raiders down in Blue Streaks territory. Pistol formation. Toy back in at quarterback. Snap is back. Looking for that quick bubble screen. Breaks the tackle, has the man, and he is brought down just short of the goal line. Hiscox with the reception. Nice blocking there and able to move the ball down to about the 1-yard line.
You know, we're seeing that offense move a lot. Those little quick screen passes here.
Raiders are taking over at their 1-yard line. First opportunity to get into the red zone this evening. Pistol formation. Man in motion. Handoff, Valentine tries to run a man over, but nothing there. He is stopped at the line of scrimmage. Brought down by number 9, Grady Widener. So 2nd and 2 to go here in the red zone.
It'll be very interesting to see how they attack this red zone here.
Shotgun formation. Valentine with the ball, keeps it up the middle, diving, and he gets in the end zone. Number 44, Valentine. Tommy Valentine gets in for a Raiders touchdown. Twice this drive, Ryan, we've seen the Wildcat formation. First time they didn't get too much out of it. That time, Valentine able to find a hole and hit pay dirt.
As this game goes on right now, the Raiders are finally putting pieces together and slowly striving to be what they've been in the past.
Drew Starkey set to kick the extra point. Snap is back. Kick is up. And it is good. So start the second quarter. The Raiders get into the end zone to tie the game at 10:44 left in the second quarter. We'll be back after this. All right, as we come back here in the second quarter, 10:04 in the second quarter. It is a 7-7 tie. South Range with a nice drive. Back deep for the Blue Streaks, we have DeGeorge and we have number 22, Chase Fuller. Starkey is set to kick for the Raiders.
Chase Fuller, number 12, George.
Kick is up, and we are going to get a down kick there. Right around the 25-yard line is where the Blue Streaks will start their next drive.
Yeah, it looks like there was a little bit of confusion there. on the defender side.
Blue Streaks will have the ball. Around the league, we have Glen Oak 7, Dover 6, just ending the first quarter. Glenville is up 7-0 over Massillon. And Marlington is 0-0. Shotgun formation for Choir. Snap back, little low. Pump fakes, looking to go deep. Has a man open. Caught by number 4. He's off, looking to see if he can take it to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Blue Streaks. Quinn Snyder with that catch and run. That is a big way to answer there, Ryan.
Oh, great play. Great way to answer back. Great play. That little pump fake had the defense a little tricked up, and it worked out in their books.
Blue Streaks are set up for the extra point here. Looks like there might be a little bit of confusion. Looks like they are short a man, and they're going to have to take a timeout, Ryan.
It's very stress-fading as a coach, just to you want your players ready at all times, and to take a timeout right now, especially a timeout that you don't need, that you might need later in this quarter, very frustrating.
Definitely. A couple other scores is McKinley 8, Harding 3. And at the end of one, it's Jackson 14, Chardon nothing. So as you're saying, careless penalties like that really kill some momentum, doesn't it, Ryan?
Oh, yeah. But then again, you got to look at it. I feel like we're going to use it all game long. It's the unexperienced. It's the jitters. It's everything. I understand it, but being on that sideline before, it drives me nuts.
It is week 1, and it counts. You know,
yes.
They had some scrimmages where it's okay to make some mistakes. They'll fix it. It's week 1, and those count. So the Blue Streaks come out to attempt their extra point. Braden Talkington set for the extra point. Snap is back. Kick is up. And it is good. Blue Streaks 14, Raiders 7. Ryan, what do you think of that drive for the Blue Streaks? I mean, one big play.
One big play. And honestly, right now, the way this game's going, I'm just ready to see what's next. Because everybody's been answering back and forth.
And it has been. You know, the Raiders had a nice long drive. Were able to get down into the end zone with it, you know, spark a little momentum for themselves. And then Blue Streaks come out, one big play, and kind of suck a little bit of the air out of the Raiders this evening.
And as you discussed, you know, we talk about, especially this year, every play, every down, every timeout, everything's going to count because of the change of the playoff format from 16 to 12.
Yeah, it's huge. Every game is going to mean a little bit more. Hiscox, Titus, and Kay is back deep for the Raiders. Set to kick off is JP Moorhead for the Blue Streaks. Kick is off. Deep. 21 gets it, looking for some room to run, and he is tripped up at about the 21-yard line. Hiscox on the return there. Raiders will have the ball 1st and 10 on their own 21.
As we get ready for the Raiders to answer back here on offense, let's see what they can pull out.
First and 10 for the Raiders. Shotgun. Man in motion. Snap is back. Fakes the handoff. Rolls to the right. Looks to throw. Has a man just at the first down marker, and he is brought down. Miller there on that reception, brought down by number 17, Cole Raiders. So it'll be 2nd and 2 for South Range. Pistol formation, trips to the right of Toy. Valentine in motion. Snap is back. Quick pitch. And there is nothing there. Blue Streaks read that all the way. That quick pitch was to Jason Borshak. Brought down by number 31, Aaron Mitchell.
Loss of 2, covering a 3rd and 4 now.
That was a loss of 2, 3rd and 4 for the Raiders. Big 3rd down here for the Raiders. 2nd quarter, 8:23, pistol formation. Snaps back. Toy rolling out, has a man in the flats and just overthrows him. Looking for Valentine on that play. Just over his head and out of reach. So it's going to bring up 4th down for the Raiders.
And this is not a drive you wanted to see the Raiders have after that one play from the Lake offense here.
So back deep for the Blue Streak is tied to George and Chase Fuller. Back to punt is number 15, Jason Borshak. Snap is back. Kick is up. DeGeorge grabs it, looking for room to run, has some room at the 50-yard line, at the 40, at the 30, at the 20, 10, 5, touchdown Blue Streaks on a punt return. Ty George takes it to the house on a punt return. Beautiful blocking there by the Lake Blue Streak special teams. Able to get Ty DeGeorge to the house for 6. Talkington set to complete the extra point. Snap is back. Kick is up. And it is good. Blue Streaks 21, Raiders 7, 7:55 left to go here in the 2nd quarter.
It's going to be very interesting here to see how head coach Dave Rock can get his team back focused, back up with the energy.
But with the timeout on the field, we'll be back after this commercial break.
Those kids are permitted on top of the bleachers. The very top of our help stand. Those children are put up there for safety purposes. Back in.
All right, we are back here at Raiders Stadium. Blue Streaks up 21-7 on the Raiders after a great punt return. JP Moorhead to kick it off to the Raiders. Kick is up and back. And Hiscock's looking for room to run, has a gap. He's at the 40, one man to beat. Beats him, 50-yard line, 40, 30, 25, 20, 10, 5, and he brings it all the way back. Raiders answer with a kickoff return of their own. On that return, Gavin Hiscock, beautiful running there by him.
What a way to answer back. I think right there is going to help you show you what these Raiders are about this year. That when adversity hits, they're not ready to give up. They're going to keep punching and keep punching.
Starkey back to attempt the extra point. Kick is down. And it looks like somebody got a piece of it. Extra point is no good. Blue Streaks 21, Raiders 13, 7:40 left to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, it looks like from Lake, Brady Summers, number 14, was the one that get in there and get a little fingertips on the ball.
What a turn of events. You have 2 kick returns, 1 punt return for the Blue Streaks, 1 kick return for the Raiders. Just like that, momentum's back for the Raiders.
You know, Mike, and that's one thing, too, that I was very excited about this game coming here tonight was the excitement of these teams and how they're going to answer each other back and forth. So far, it's been a chess game, and even though there's been mistakes, it's playing out where it's an 8-point game.
That was 96-yard return there by the Raiders. So Lake set to receive the ball to George and Fuller back deep. Starkey set to kick it off. Ball is teed up. Starkey in the air. Right to Fuller. Fuller looking for room to run, has one man to beat, beats him, gets up the field, and he breaks a tackle. One man to beat, he is off 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown Lake Blue Streaks. My, oh my, we have seen 3 kick returns here in less than a minute.
I mean, at this point, Mike, let's just let the special teams play the game.
I don't think I've ever seen anything like this in high school football, let alone 1 quarter of high school football.
Welcome to week 1.
And yes, this is only week 1. What a way to start it. Blue Streaks answering with their own kick return. Fuller breaking some nice tackles to get some room to get down the sidelines. Talkington set to put up the extra point. We got some whistles before the kick. Let's see what they can discuss it here. So it's an inadvertent whistle. They're going to replay the down. Blue Streaks get another opportunity.
And one of the upset things about that whistle is that the Raiders was able to get in and block that kick.
So Lake is going to take a timeout to talk things over here. Ryan, I don't know if we've ever seen a back-to-back-to-back, a punt return, a kickoff return, a kickoff return. It's exciting to watch.
It's very exciting. And like I said, at this point, let's just have our special teams play. Coming from a player standpoint as well, being an offensive line, I'm sure they're loving it. Getting a little breather.
And it's a great adrenaline rush, man, to see your teammate bust down the field. And as a defense, man, you've got that momentum sparked. You're ready to get out there and hold them.
Oh, yeah. They got that excitement. I mean, we're not even playing, and I got the goosebumps.
So we're at a timeout on the field, 7:22. Lake is up right now, still waiting to attempt that extra point. A beautiful night here for high school football. Both teams are making their way on back out. Coach George just wanted to go over a few things here and there. Oh, and it looks like Lake is going to go for two instead of kicking it now. Tied to George in at quarterback. Handoff up the middle to George. Keeps it, and he gets the 2-point conversion untouched. 7:22 left to go here in the first half. Blue Streaks 29, Raiders 13.
With this kickoff coming up, I just wonder what we're going to see next.
It really will be interesting. All right, as we make our way back here in the second quarter, after a wild second quarter, Blue Streaks are set to kick it off. JP Moorhead teeing the ball up. Raiders set to receive the ball. Kick is squib kick. Bounces over a man. And they are just going to fall on it. That's kind of a smart choice there by the Blue Streaks.
Oh, yeah. You got to test out that middle to see what you can get with.
So, after a little bit of time, we are finally getting an offense back on the field. The Raiders come out of a first down right around their own 17-yard line.
We should have a well-rested offensive line here.
Raiders break the huddle. Pistol formation. Twins to the right of Toy. Valentine in motion, and we're going to get a false start there on the Raiders. So it's going to push them back a little bit.
That's also one of their tricky things there. When you got a tight end who is a passing tight end and get him down in a 3-point stance.
The Raiders break the huddle, coming back out. Still pistol formation. Twins to Toy's right. Raiders going left to right on the field. Drop back, looking for that bubble screen and a crack back. Pass is caught by number 11, Tommy Titus, able to pick up about 5 yards on the play. Aaron Mitchell on the tackle for the Blue Streaks. We have a second down. 6:50 left here in the second quarter. Shotgun formation. False start again by the Raiders. 2 in a row this drive.
Those costly mistakes. Especially at the excitement that we've had. This is something that I know head coach Dave Rock does not want to see right now.
Especially being down and this close to getting into halftime, and you get 2 in the same drive. Toy breaks the huddle. Pistol formation. Twins to the left. Valentine in motion. Toy looking to throw under pressure. Tucks it, tries to keep it himself. Makes one move. And he is pushed out about the 26-yard line. The keeper by Toy able to pick up the first down for the Raiders.
Ran out by number 16, Shannon Bilzer.
I think our quarterback friend here, Toy, is going to be a great quarterback to watch here as the season progresses really well.
Oh, so it's third down. They were just shy of the first down. Snap is back. Toy keeps it. Not a lot of running room. That was sniffed out by the Blue Streaks defense.
Toy on keeper.
Brought down by number 79,
Number 79.
Landon Hoover. So it is fourth down for the Raiders. DeGeorge and Fuller back deep for the Blue Streaks. Vorshak set to punt it for the Raiders. Punt is up. Great punt. DeGeorge fields the punt, looking for room, has it up the sidelines, misses it, and he is pushed out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. Donatus pushed him out of bounds.
I was very intrigued there. I was waiting to see what the South Rangers was going to do there, just to see if they would try to get them to get jump off sides there, or if they're actually going for the punt there. Because the last time we had an offense punt from them, we had our back-to-back-to-backs.
We indeed did. A couple other scores from around. McKinley is 8. Warren Harding is 6. 16-0 Hoover over Buchtel. Shotgun formation. George in at quarterback. Hands it off. Has some room to run. Runs one guy over, and he is down. Bilter, the ball carrier. Tommy Titus bringing him down on the tackle. Keeper there. Nowhere to go. Beautiful job there by the Raiders defense. Brought down in the backfield by number 28, Starkey.
That Lake offense there, they try to pull a fast one and try to go a quick huddle there. It did not fool that Raiders defense at all.
You know, it's almost like something they saw on film earlier in the scrimmages and recognized it.
Oh, 100%.
Looks like DeGeorge is going to stay in at quarterback. Wire is going to come in as receiver.
Loss of one, going to bring it third and 3.
A loss of 1, 3rd and 3 for the Blue Streak. Shotgun formation. Snap is back. DeGeorge rolls out, looking to throw. Just short. Had a man right there on the sidelines. Unable to complete.
From this angle, it also looked like a possible defender hit his arm as it was thrown. Again, from our angle.
The Blue Streaks come out to punt this evening.
Back deep for the Raiders, number 11, Tommy Titus.
Tommy Titus is back deep for the Raiders. Lackland Baker is set to punt for the Blue Streaks. 4:02 here in the second quarter. And Blue Streaks will use their third and final timeout of the half.
Final timeout taken by Lake.
And we will be back. We're going to take a timeout of our own while there's a timeout on the field.
The South Range Elementary Group and High School PTOs along with the athletic boosters would like to take a moment to share with everyone the addition of 2 memorial benches dedicated to our dear friend Ann Myers. Ann poured her heart into the family.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
All right, both teams are coming back out onto the field. Blue Streak set to punt here with 4:02 left. Baker set the punt. Snap is back. Kick is up. Lots of hang time. Ball is going to hit the turf and bounce out. Let's see where they're going to mark that. Look like right around the 13-yard line, maybe. So the Raiders will take over first down on their own. Where are we? On their own 13-yard line. A long drive here.
It's going to be interesting to see what they do here. They keep it mixing up with the run, the bubble passes.
Toy shotgun formation. Handoff. Looking for room to run. Not a whole lot of running room there. Maybe 1 or 2 yards on the carry by number 15, Vorchak. And we have a man down. It looks like it might be cramps. Blue streak down on the field.
One of the hardest things you got for week 1 in high school football here in Ohio is not only are you facing another team, but you're facing the weather, you're facing the cramps, the heat from the summer dog days here.
There's more 50-50 tickets being sold. Make sure you stop John or Tiffany. We've got those pink smocks on.
So why we have a player getting stretched out on the field.
Also at halftime,
Can't really make out the number of the player that's down on the field.
cheerleaders have a big sale on bleachers. Also,
Yeah, it looks like it was number 44 for the Blue Streaks. Braden Talkington. He is up and making his way off the field. So we've seen quite a first half here so far, Ryan. A little bit of explosive plays, special teams, some great defense in between. I mean, we couldn't ask for a better week 1 first half.
This is a great week 1 game. It's hard to believe we're still in the second quarter here with all the excitement that's happened.
Yeah, it does feel like kind of a long second quarter here. It started out really fast, and then it's kind of slowed down just a little bit. All right, our Raiders are back out on the field, and the Blue Streaks are also. Whistle blows. Man in motion, shotgun formation. And it looks like the Blue Streaks are going to get called for jumping offsides there on that hard count.
Offsides in the Blue Streaks.
That's one of the hardest things you got for the defensive lineman is you got all your weight on your fingertips. And when you got guys in motion and them taking their long time, it's just that pressure building up.
So it's 2nd and 5 for South Range. Toy is in pistol formation. Snap is back. Handoff up the middle. Has a little bit of running room. Past the first down marker. Vorchak on that carry for the Raiders. Brought down by number 9 for the Blue Streaks, Brady Widener. And that is a Raiders first down. 3:07 here left in the second quarter.
It's going to be very interesting to see when they get close to 2-minute clock, how fast they go here.
Pistol formation. Motion into a shotgun formation. Fakes the handoff, keeps it himself up the middle, breaks one tackle, has a little bit of room to run, and he is brought down on the 35-yard line. Nick Toy keeping it himself, finding some running room.
Game 9. We're going to get 2nd and 1 now.
So it is 2nd and 1 for the Raiders.
We're hitting about that 2-minute mark here with left and a half. See how they go with the tempo size.
Shotgun. Valentine in motion. Hands it off to Valentine up the middle. He is met at the offensive line and pushed back.
Number 44, Tommy Valentine the carry.
Valentine the
Stop
carry.
55. Zachary Kazira. But Valentine runs it and giving up career first down.
Just got enough push there to get that first down. 2:04 here left in the second quarter. We have a officials timeout. Looks like we have some clock issues. They're going to put 4 seconds left back on the clock. So we'll be at 2:08 left in the half. First and 10 on their own 36-yard line. South Range shotgun formation. Snap is back. Toy looking to throw. And it is it? It is intercepted by the Blue Streaks. What a play. Summers there with the interception.
I believe that was intercepted with his hands, feet, body, and another set of hands.
He did everything he could to hold on to that ball. So, oh wait. Looks like they're gonna.
Looks like we got some confusion down there with the referees.
A little bit of confusion here. So we had a holding on the Raiders. That penalty is declined. Blue Streaks take over. 1:59 here left in the second quarter. First and 10 on the Blue Streaks 49-yard line. Excuse me. Snap is back. Fumbled snap ball on the ground. Quire looking to throw. Has a man wide open. He's able to catch that ball. Number 2, Landis for the Blue Streaks, able to pull that one in. For Zach Novak, I'm sorry. First down for the Blue Streaks. Another big play by the Blue Streaks. Quire able to bounce back there after that fumbled snap.
Oh, yeah. And I believe that's what Dandy George was trying to do there. I think he wanted to take that penalty just so he can punch it in one more time before half.
So 1:49 left. Blue Streaks almost in the red zone. Snap is back. We have a jet sweep to DeGeorge. George coming around the end, makes one man miss. Gets about 6 on the run.
Number 12, Tyler George on the carry. Brought down number 31, Gavin Hiscox.
Gavin Hiscox on the tackle for South Range. 1:20 here left. Gain of 6.
Second and 4 now for the Raiders, 6-yard line.
Second and 4 for the Blue Streaks. They're in red zone territory here. Almost in goal line territory. DeGeorge in at quarterback. Handoff up the middle. There's flag on the play. He is brought down just short. Filtner on the carry, but once again, there is a flag on the play. That is holding against the Blue Streaks. That'll back them up.
You know, this Lake team being very athletic as they are, it is great seeing these guys switch in and out at different positions and still making plays and being a key factor.
So they're backing them up 10 yards there on the holding play. 55 seconds left here in the second half.
After the penalty, we're at second and 14 now. Blue Streaks on the Raiders, 16-yard line.
The Blue Streaks are on the Raiders' 16-yard line. Snap is back. DeGeorge looking to throw, trying to get to the corner, and just overthrows. It was intended for number 4, Snyder. 3rd and 14 for the Blue Streaks. 43 seconds left here in the second quarter.
That last play there, it also had to be a little frustrating there. You just wondered what happened there. The receiver didn't understand where the ball was or what was going on right there.
Yeah, he didn't even look back for it. So we are in pistol formation for DeGeorge. Fakes the handoff, rolls out. Looking to throw, has a man on the goal line. Touchdown, Blue Streaks. Touchdown caught by number 4, Snyder. 35 seconds left here in the second quarter, and the Blue Streaks were able to get it into the end zone.
What a nice little play that was, too. We seen DeGeorge roll out for that little screen pass right there.
Snap is back. Kick is blocked. South Range able to get through and block. Drew Starkey able to get through and block the extra point.
The very unfortunate thing for that, though, in Ohio High School Athletic Association football, a block kick is a dead ball. You can't pick it up and try to get score.
So we have 35 seconds left here in this second quarter and in the first half. Ryan, what a first half we have had so far.
What a very interesting half we've seen. Again, we go back to the second quarter, which is still here, still live.
So both teams talking it over, figuring out what they're going to do with this kickoff. Do you see Lake squibbing it again, trying to keep it away, trying to keep away from the big play right before halftime?
Actually, if I was down there on the sideline, I would actually kick it deep, try to go for the end zone, and then put the ball pretty much in Dave Rock's hands and see what he does with it.
So Kay Titus and Hiscox back deep for the Raiders. Set to kick for the Blue Streaks is Moorhead. Ball is up and it is Squibb. Nice little bounce. Hiscox able to pick it up. Looking for room to run. Has a little bit of a lane, but he is shoved out of bounds at about the 31-yard line. Somers able to push him out there.
I also don't blame that play call there because as we get a swift kick, as soon as it hits the ground, the clock is running. So they're trying to take as much time as they can away from this Raiders offense.
They are. They want to get this into halftime. We're about 29 seconds left here in the second quarter. Blue Streaks with a lead, 35-13. Toy bringing the offense out of the huddle. First and 10 on our own 32-yard line. Valentine in motion. Snap is back. Handoff up the middle. Has a little room to run and is able. About an 8-yard run for Vorshak. Cole Ray able to bring him down.
First down.
We're at 19 seconds here. Let's see if the Raiders can hurry up and get another play in. Snap is back. Toy looking to throw. Quick swing pass. Beats one man, Vorshak, and he is brought down at about the 45-yard line. 6 seconds left here. Raiders get the first down. South Range is going to take a timeout.
They have first and 10 on the Blue Streaks, 45-yard line.
your home for everything local sports. Real teams, real action, real coverage. Follow Q92 Sports on social media.
All right, South Range comes back. 6 seconds left on the clock. Toy, shotgun formation. Valentine in motion. Snap is back. Toy looking to throw. Has a little bit of room. Has a man. Valentine able to catch it and get out of bounds with 1 second left on the clock. So that pass is a Raider first down into Blue Streaks territory. 1 second left on the clock.
This is a play we're about to see all the prayers answered here.
So Toy scanning the defense, seeing what they're giving him. Shotgun formation. Snap is back. Toy's blitz. Nowhere to go, and he is brought down in the backfield. Toy is sacked by number 31, Aaron Mitchell. So we're going to go into half with a sack, and the Lake Blue Streaks lead 35, South Rangers 13. We'll be back right after this.
Delivery all across Clark County and beyond, bringing the celebration to your door. Visit HartvilleBalloonShop.com or call 330-705-6799 today. Hartville Balloon Shop, making your event stand out. High school football exemplifies the true meaning of teamwork. At Friends and Family Credit Union, our team of local friendly professionals offer the same true spirit for our members with a wide array of products from vehicle loans to personal loans, family secure checking with ID Protect, mortgage, home equity line of credit, and more. For over 60 years, we have the game plan for your financial well-being. Visit any of our 3 convenient locations, online or mobile banking. Now, more than ever, it's time to bring a friend into the family. RGBrands.com Premier Career Center offers programs that prepare the students at the high school level for careers and strategic education beyond classroom. Contemplate RG Brand students have an immediate opportunity to obtain a well-paying job in many exciting career fields. Offer classes in culinary, in-home nutrition, engineering, sports tourism landscape, music, and so much more. Contact RG Brand to find a program and career that's the perfect fit for you. RG Brand, where careers begin. When it comes to sports, Sam Berkman brings the heat. Catch the Sam Berkman Show weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. on AM 1310 WTPN and streaming live on the WTPN Facebook and X pages, plus the Q92 YouTube channel. From the Browns to the Buckeyes, the Guardians, Cavs, and your local high school team, if it's making headlines in the sports world, Sam is talking about it. It's the local sports talk you want. The Sam Berkman Show, weekday afternoons on AM 1310 WTPN.
From the Q92 newsroom, I'm Jeff Neal. An overheated electrical cord on an air conditioner setting the blame for starting a fire at a Stanton home early today. Around 1:40, firefighters called to the 800 block of High Avenue Northwest. They found heavy smoke coming from the structure. Damage is estimated at $23,000. The house will likely be burned down. Dogs trying to get food on a stove started another house fire in the city. Firefighters responded to the 1500 block of St. Elmo Avenue Northeast around 2:30. The blaze was sparked from the dogs pinned on an electric burner on the stove. The family escaped and they were alerted by smoke detectors and put out the flames. The kitchen sustained minor damage. No one was hurt in either fire. The Stark County grand jury has indicted a Minnesotan township man accused of sexually assaulting a young girl. 56-year-old Edward Steve charged with 3 counts of rape and 2 counts of gross sexual imposition. The alleged victim was 6 when the activity began in January 2004. The indictment case continues until August 2009. He was scheduled for arraignment today in common pleas court. Being held in the county jail on $150,000 bond. A man accused of a violent assault in Canton is behind bars. 49-year-old William Harvey of Canton was arrested Thursday. He was
wanted on a warrant. Southern hit a felonious assault from August 11th incident. Harvey allegedly used a chair to hit a 58-year-old camping man in the head. Police say the incident occurred in the 1900 block of 6th Street Northeast. Court records state the victim suffered several broken bones on the lot of 4 teeth. Harvey is scheduled for arraignment today in Canton Court. The Highway Patrol is investigating a fatal crash in Tuscarawas County that occurred Thursday afternoon. Around 2:15, 18-year-old Ava Stanis was northbound on I-77 in Oxford Township when a car passed the median and entered the southbound lane. The vehicle collided with a pickup truck near milepost 63. The truck went off the left side of the interstate and overturned. Stanis' car then struck another pickup. Both vehicles went off the right side of the road and hit a guardrail. Stanis died at the scene. The other drivers and 4 passengers in the second truck suffered minor injuries and were taken to a Cambridge hospital. The patrol is investigating the incident. Drugs and alcohol are believed to be factors. A Columbiana County judge has sentenced a man who pleaded guilty to child pornography charges to 33 years in prison. Common Pleas Judge Scott Watson handed down the punishment to 64-year-old Barry Stevens of Salem Thursday. He pleaded guilty in March to 51 counts of pandering and obscenity involving a minor. Part of his sentence, Stevens must register as an innocent sex offender. He was arrested after a search warrant was executed at his home in February 2024. More than 2,000 images and videos of children engaging in sex acts were found on Stevens' computer. Oral arguments are scheduled October 25th in the Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals in Cincinnati for an appeal of the settlement between Norfolk Southern and residents affected by the East Tennessee train derailment. Law firm Morgan & Morgan filed the appeal in December 2024. A federal judge ruled the previous month against their motion for an injunction of payment of legal fees in the $600 million settlement. Morgan & Morgan argued the $180 million awarded to class counsel was split up unfairly. Also accused Clearly counsel of exploiting a 6A provision. The attorneys involved helped broker the settlement resulting from the 2023 derailment. It was granted 1 year. More news after this.
The Q92 Sports Network brings you more high school football and basketball games than anyone else, by far. But did you know that you can go back and listen to our broadcast again? Simply go to the Q92 radio page on SoundCloud. We posted the buildings and broadcasts for everyone to go back and visit. We have playlists filled with our high school football broadcasts from 2016 to this season. So go to SoundCloud now. Follow Q92 Radio and listen. And thank you for listening to all of our sports broadcasts of high school football and basketball on the Q92 Sports Network.
It's off to prison play. Ravenna man pleaded guilty to child pornography charges. Federal judge sentenced 47-year-old Daniel Robertson to more than 10 years behind bars. He pleaded guilty in May to receipt and distribution of visual depictions of minors engaged in sexually explicit conduct. Robertson downloaded and shared sexually explicit photos and videos of children from March to December 2024. Federal agents found the material on electronic devices after a search warrant was executed at his home in December. Robertson also reported to serve 10 years probation and pay more than $17,000 restitution. 80 days in jail and 1 year of probation is the sentence issued for a man who threatened an employee at Hollywood Gaming Casino in Austintown. Mahoning County Judge Scott Hunter handed down the punishment Wednesday. 69-year-old Alphonse Mohammed of North Jackson pleaded guilty to aggravated menacing and failure to comply and intimidation charge of corrupt. Mohammed was given credit for 10 days served. He was banned from the casino after losing a large bet. Mohammed threatened to shoot an employee August 10th. Security escorted him off the property. Mohammed later led police on the scene and pointed a rifle out of his wheel. A federal judge has sentenced 2 women for having fake forms of identification. 39-year-old Cornelius Mohemi Rosino Rodriguez and 33-year-old Rita Inralania Perez Rodriguez pleaded guilty in May to possession of a fraudulent permanent residence card. They were each sentenced this week to 2 months in prison. Rosino Rodriguez will surrender to Immigration and Customs Enforcement for deportation. Warren police found the women sleeping in a car at a convenience store on Parkland Road February 17th. Both had bogus permanent residence cards. Part of the seventh, Rosino Rodriguez will serve 2 years probation. Perez Rodriguez was handed 1 year. A parole hearing is scheduled next month for a man serving 15 years to life in prison for murdering his infant daughter in October 2002. Trumbull County Prosecutor's Office proposes the release of 44-year-old Bernal Ziegler, claims he put his daughter down for a nap and she fell out of bed and violently shook her to wake her up. An autopsy concluded the child suffered from at least 6 separate points of blunt force trauma to the head that caused bleeding on the brain. Prosecutors say during his time in prison, Ziegler has had at least 40 disciplinary instances. We'll return you to the stadium for the second half of tonight's game. But first, the forecast. For the overnight, mostly clear, cooler, a low of 61. Saturday, mostly sunny skies with a high reaching 85. For Q92 News, I'm Jack Neal.
Looking for your home for local sports? Head over to Q92radiosports.com, the official website of Q92 Sports Network. Catch every live broadcast of high school games and Mount Union sports. Stay up to date with the latest local sports stories. Check scores from around the area and never miss a game with our full broadcast schedule. It's everything sports, all in one place. Q92radiosports.com, your local sports connection.
When it comes to sports, Sam Berkman brings the heat. Catch the Sam Berkman Show weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. on AM 1310 WTPN and streaming live on the WTPN Facebook and X pages, plus the Q92 YouTube channel. From the Browns to the Buckeyes, the Guardians, Cavs, and your local high school team, if it's making headlines in the sports world, Sam is talking about it. It's the local sports talk you want, the Sam Berkman Show, weekday afternoons on AM 1310 WTPN. It's time for Purple Raider football. Catch every snap, every score, and every big moment all season long on AM 1310 WTPN. This year, it's even easier to follow the 13-time national champion Mount Union Purple Raiders. Listen live on AM 1310, the WTPN Facebook and X pages, and streaming on the Q92 YouTube channel. Sam Berkman and Ryan Begier are back in the booth, bringing you all the action. Don't miss a minute of Mount Union football on AM 1310 WTPN. This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
All right. Welcome back to Raiders Stadium. We're going to go over some halftime scores from some of our local games. Here it is Lake 35, South Range 13. Over in Massillon, it is Glenville 19, Massillon 7 at halftime. Hoover over Buckdale 16-0 at half.
The 2025 edition of the South Range Raider Marching
We have
Band.
Jackson 21, Chardon 7. McKinley 8, Harding 6. We have Glen Oak 7, Dover 18. We'll be back after this timeout to talk about the first half of our game. All right, we are still at half here at Raiders Stadium. It has been quite an exciting half. We've had 3 kick returns. We've had some great defensive plays. We had an interception right before halftime by the Blue Streaks. Brian, can you sum up that first half for us?
Yes, I think that first half was, like you said, exciting. And if there's a way we can put it in all caps, it would be great. Because, again, we've had back-to-back-to-back kick return to the house for touchdowns. We've had a very unexperienced teams on both sides battling out back and forth, trying to show which one's more dominant here.
In that first half, the first quarter was kind of back and forth. Each person feeling the other team out, kind of like a boxing match. And then finally, Lake was able to drive down the field and punch one in. And then coming back, the Raiders were able to do the same thing.
Yeah, it was fun watching them go back and forth. Like I mentioned earlier in the game, I believe this is a good chess game between two great head coaches battling back and forth. I'm excited to see the adjustments they make at halftime here, especially for the South Range team. See if they find that identity that they need on that offense, which honestly, from the looks of it, is going to be screens, bubbles, and quick passes just to help out their offensive line that are not more experienced than they've been in the past.
Yeah, it looks like the Blue Streaks are getting the push in the trenches, and it's kind of taken away the running game for the Raiders. They're able to bust a few here and there, but just not enough to keep the Blue Streaks honest. Like we mentioned, the kick returns. Blue Streaks had a punt kick return by Ty DeGeorge. Beautiful play, sweeps across the field. Then the Raiders come back with a 96-yard kickoff return the very next play. I mean, it was unbelievable to watch. Just breaking tackles, able to find a gap in a lane and find his way to the end zone was Hiscox. Then the next kickoff, Chase Fuller able to take one down the field and put it in the end zone for the Blue Streaks. It's just an unbelievable about 2 minutes of football back and forth. And then you saw the special teams kind of go to that squib kick. Are we going to see that again in the second half?
Honestly, I don't think we're going to see that. I think it was more of a down and distance, kind of in a way, kind of down distance thing, but more of a clock time to see what they could take away from that South Range offense, just to make sure that they stayed on top of this back and forth boxing match.
And a boxing match it was in the first quarter and the beginning of the second half. Couple mistakes here and there and some big plays by the Blue Streaks were able to get them a 35-13 lead here at halftime. Ryan, what do the Raiders got to do coming into the second half to kind of stop the Blue Streaks offense?
For that offense, they got to find a way to limit what Ty DeGeorge can do. They got to limit what Fuller can do and what Munson can do, Matson can do. They seem to be their top three guys that are very interchangeable in and out at multiple positions, and they're playing huge roles, playing quarterback, running back, wide receiver.
What do the Blue Streaks have to do to continue being successful on both sides of the ball?
You know, earlier this week, I talked to Danny George, and he was very proud about how this team was in the weight room, and it's showing right now. And I think they just got to take it and keep rolling with it. I think we're going to see probably more runs from them than passing, just so they can end the game and get that week 1 win.
If you are Coach Rock, what are you saying to that Raiders team in the locker room?
You know, if I was the coach right now in that locker room, the halftime speech would be, you know, not to give up. This is week 1. We're a young team. This is where we almost, I want to say, expected to be, just because of the unexperience. But they're showing that even though they're young, they're willing to go punch for punch and still knock it out. And I think at the end of the second quarter there, I think we've seen it come alive where they try to slow down the defense of Lake, try to beat them down. And I think that's why they went to that run game, just to take them and beat them down. It's almost like a David versus Goliath match in a way.
And if you're Dan DeGeorge, what do you say to your Blue Streaks?
If I was Dan DeGeorge, I'd tell them, you know, keep it up, keep doing what we're doing. It's working, obviously. The key things we got to work on would be limiting the screens and the bubbles. Just because, again, a young offensive line, that's what you want to see. That way, it takes some pressure off of them.
And for the Raiders coming out, they've got to be able to take away those big plays. Those 2 big
pass plays in that first half that the Blue Streaks had really put the Raiders on their heels and kind of gave the Blue Streaks all the momentum they needed. Choir just looked commanding on those deep balls, and then they come in and throw a switch and have DeGeorge throw the next deep ball.
Yes, and with you seeing that big plays, and we keep talking again, they're athletic. They're athletic. They're athletic. They're athletic, and they're changing in and out. And not saying the Raiders are not athletic. It's just that matchup isn't there. And I think what you're seeing, and I don't want this to be the quote of the game, would be the different divisions, but it's still football. It's still Friday night. Anything can happen.
Yeah, and when those lights come on and the whistles blow, anything can happen between the lines. Anybody can go anywhere and beat anyone on Friday night. Is the cliche in football. Raiders had a great first quarter, couple mental mistakes here in the second quarter, and if they come out and play a clean half, they can fight their way back into this ball game.
Now you're looking at a South Range offense and defense, and actually a whole team as a whole, where they only have 3 starters that played last year.
And that's a huge difference compared to 10 starters that the Blue Streaks brought back.
I mean, you're talking half a team to I don't even know what percentage that would be.
Yeah, it is mind-blowing to see. South Range has had so much success in the last 4 years, and they have that next man up mentality. All of these young men on the sidelines and on the field watch those teams succeed, and they know how to do it. They're just young and need to get the experience and get this game one under their belt. They need to take a deep breath and move the ball down on offense and make the big plays on defense. On the other side of the ball for the Blue Streaks, they've kind of been there. They've done it. They had a great few seasons the last few seasons, graduating some key pieces here and there. And again, next man up mentality for them. They have a great, successful offseason program. They come in and they're showing everyone tonight what they're going to be about this season.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun year for both teams. I don't believe for any doubt, whatever the outcome for any of these teams is going to be, they're going to have a very long season.
Yeah, especially for those Lake Blue Streaks playing in that Federal League. I think the Federal League is one of the toughest leagues in the state of Ohio.
I would say the toughest.
And especially in the division they're in, or the region they're in, it's really tough also. South Range, also a really tough schedule. I mean, they have West Branch on their schedule. They've got a couple other big local teams in the area that they see every year. They're very familiar with. Some teams are looking at them this season, hoping to finally knock them off because they're young. But Coach Rock every season seems to have his team ready, prepared, and to go out on Friday nights and play some ball.
And that's the one thing too about Dave Rock is I think is awesome about South Range is you got a small community here, small town that loves football on Friday nights. I wish you guys could see the stands. It is packed here. But we also have a hometown boy as head coach. So it plays huge because how the love he has for this program in this school, in this district.
And it's huge. I mean, you have the community coming in, stepping up, taking this program, growing what it is now. And it's just great to see.
And as a high school fan, as a high school football fan here, I like it, especially with these tougher games. Dave Rock has he's proven tonight, and I believe later in his next year's season, they have harder games as it is. So they are showing they're not afraid to go toe-to-toe with the Titans.
And it looks like there is some more clock confusion. South Range is still warming up. Blue Streaks are ready to get out there and receive the ball to start the second half. Just a quick score update coming out of halftime. Hoover recovers a fumble from Buchtel on the kickoff and scores again, and they're now up 30-0. So Hoover is up 30-0 over Akron Buchtel.
And one of the best things too about this week one matchup, teams like the South Range Raiders, they're going to start playing these teams just because of the 12 from 16 in the playoffs. They want those computer points. They want that D2 factor.
Yeah, later in the season, that's going to be big. especially if you can have a competitive game. So it looks like they put almost 2.5 minutes back up on the clock for halftime. So Coach Rock has his team in a huddle, and South Range is making their way out to set up for the kickoff. And we're just about to get the second half here going. South Range is going to be kicking from left to right.
You know, we can also talk in this little bit about the nerves that the South Range could have too, because we're talking a 19-1 home record in the last 4 years.
Yeah.
It is crazy.
And you got some guys, it's the first time that they're stepping on a field underneath the Friday Night Lights.
100%.
I mean, that's huge. I mean, it was many, many years ago, but I remember the opportunity to step out on a field on a Friday night, and your first game of the season, you got all kinds of adrenaline going, butterflies going.
Almost like a shell shock.
It is. And then once you get that adrenaline dump, you got to calm down and let the game come to you. So we are set to kick things off here. Sarkey is set to kick off. We have DeGeorge and Fuller back deep for the Blue Streaks. Ball is in the air. Looks like we're just going to get a little kick, and it is caught right about the 35-yard line by number 17 for the Blue Streaks. Cole Rader able to catch that kickoff, and here comes the Blue Streaks offense. You know, doing a great job for the Blue Streaks has been that offensive line of Owen Snyder, Hastings, Dutton, Kadzira, Constantine. I mean, they have done a beautiful job protecting their quarterbacks tonight.
They have, and their quarterback should be very happy with them.
So Quire is in at quarterback to start the second half. Shotgun formation. DeGeorge in motion. Hands off to DeGeorge on a jet sweep. He has room. Breaks it. He's at the 30, 20, 10, 5. One play in the second half, and Ty DeGeorge is in for the touchdown. Man, that is not what South Range wanted to do coming out of halftime. One play for the Blue Streaks, a quick jet sweep, and they were able to find pay dirt for Ty DeGeorge.
Yeah, we just got done talking about the big plays. They got to find a way to stop those. It seems to be their kryptonite tonight.
Snap is back. Kick is up. And it is through the uprights. 11:47 here in the third quarter. Lake is 42. South Range 13. And we are back here at Raider Stadium. I'm Mike Dixon with Ryan Rowland. We are in the third quarter. Lake 42, South Range 13, Q92 Sports Network. Moorhead set to kick it off. Kick is up. Hiscock's able to get it at the 2. Looking for some running room. Reverses field and nowhere to go. Brought down about the 15-yard line. Great kick coverage by the Blue Streaks. Braden Talkington able to bring him down.
It's going to be very interesting here to see what this offense here does for the Raiders, to see how they answer back with this.
will have the ball first and 10 on their own 16.
Raiders going to have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line. Toy in the shotgun. Snap is back. Looking to hand off. And gain about 6 by Vorshak. Brought down by Talkington.
Gain 5. Going to bring it 2nd and 5 now from the 21-yard line.
So it's 2nd and 5 from the 21-yard line for the Raiders. Pistol formation. Man in motion. Shotgun. Snap is back. Hands it off again. Vorshak trying to break some tackles.
And it looks like they're going back to that to try to just beat that defense down to see if it helps out with the fourth quarter coming up later on.
So gain of 3 on the play. We're at 3rd down. You know, they had a lot of success throwing those post patterns or the slants, and they've kind of gone away from it.
Which I'm really shocked to, because I thought that was going to be their identity.
Men in motion. Heavy to the left. Toy rolling out, keeping it. Trying to find some room, has a 1st down and more. And he is brought down about the 39-yard line. Nick Toy on the keeper. Does a nice job there by the lead blockers for the Raiders. Brought down by number 44, Talkington. So a Raider 1st down, still in Raider territory, about the 39-yard line. 10:03 in the 3rd quarter. Snap is back. Handoff again, looking for room to run and nowhere to go. He is brought down at the line of scrimmage. Vorshak, the ball carrier. Brady Widener on the tackle for the Blue Streaks. So the Raiders are on their own 40-yard line. They're giving him a gain of 1 on that one.
You know, I almost wonder, too, if Dave Rock's doing this just to try to take the offense off the field for the Lake team.
Shotgun formation. Snap is back. Looking for a bubble screen. Has a man able to catch it. Has a little bit of running room. Breaks the tackle, and he is pushed out of bounds just the other side of the 50-yard line. Hiscox able to pick up the 1st down, brought down by Chase Fuller, just the other side of the 50-yard line. Raiders marching here in their first possession of the 3rd quarter.
$562. 819-929. Yeah, that's it. Coming out here to the stand around the 50-yard line. Finds it on Tiffany.
Toy in the shotgun. Receiver in motion. Toy looking to throw, has a man, able to catch it and bring it. Oh, it just pops out as he hit the ground. Pass is incomplete. Intended for number 29 for the Raiders. Dan Landis. He is a little shaken up on the play. They're going to get an official's timeout. His head hit that turf pretty hard.
Yeah, he came down pretty hard. And as coach was out there talking to the official, he was walking towards that sideline and fell down to the ground.
Yeah, he was struggling to make his way over to the sidelines. So good recognition there by the coaching staff. So Toy's jogging in the play from the sideline. We have a 2nd down and 10 at 50-yard line. Shotgun formation for Toy. Valentine in motion. Snap is back, looking for Valentine, has him open. Nowhere to go. Beautiful read there by number 14 for the Blue Streaks. Grady Sommers
able to get a big hit there and force third down. So it's 3rd and 9 on the 1 yard gain.
The later we get in this game, it's starting harder to see that Lake has only few guys out there on that defense that are from last year on that starting side.
Yeah, they're playing great. Toy shotgun formation. Snaps back. Rolls out, looking to throw. Has a man on the sidelines, not able to hang on to it. Intended receiver was Tommy Titus. So just a quick score update this evening. Louisville up 10-0 over New Philly in the 3rd quarter. Raiders in the huddle. Blue Streaks looking to the sidelines for their play. Valentine in motion. Snap is back. Toy rolling out. Looks like nope, he's going to throw it. Has a man able to catch it, and he is shoved out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. Gavin Hiscox able to pull that one in to get the Raiders first down.
You know, what a way to show that you might be down, but you're never out. You got a 4th and 8, and you decide to air it out.
And, they did it's been a methodical drive here for the Raiders. A lot of run plays trying to wear the defense down, and then has a nice pass play to get the first down. Snap is back, hands off, up the middle. Gains about 3 on the rush.
And I think that's where it goes to that, we're down, but we're not out kind of mindset. Is just you're trying to beat down teams. If anything, you want them to know you played the Raiders tonight.
South Range breaking the huddle, making their way to the offensive line. Valentine again in motion. Snap is back, looking for the handoff. Able to get a few yards out of it before he's met by the Blue Streaks defense. Starkey was the ball carrier for the Raiders.
And I wonder if they're setting it up for that run, so they could hit him with that pass out of nowhere just to try to keep the score going.
We look for a nice play action maybe on this play because we have 3rd down and 6 at the Blue Streak 27-yard line. Man in motion, looking to hand it off, trying to find a lane to run. Nothing there. Able to pick up maybe about 2 yards on the play. Hiscox, again, ball carrier for the Raiders. Brought down by 44, Talkington on that Blue Streaks defense. It is 4th and 4, 5:32 here left in the 3rd quarter. It looks like the Raiders are going to go for it. Big play here for South Range, Ryan.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be interesting to see what they do here, especially with what they've been doing here in the last few plays here.
Talkington giving a little bit of direction to his running back. Snap is back, looking to throw. Has a man open in the flats, and he is not able to hold on to it. Beautiful play by the Blue Streaks defense. Great coverage. That pass was intended for Starkey. So the Blue Streaks will take over 1st and 10 on their own 25-yard line here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, and the Lakes DBs read that perfectly. They were on that ball as soon as it got in the air.
So it looks like Alex Quire will come out and play quarterback here on this drive. Blue Streaks break the huddle. Shotgun formation. 3 wide to Quire's left. Snap is high. Handoff to the backfield. Not a lot of running room for number 16, Biltner.
Able to get about 1 yard on the play. Blue Streaks coming out in a hurry-up offense. 2nd and 9. Fire barking out some signals. Trips to the left again. Handoff up the middle. Breaks a tackle. Driving, carrying a couple guys. About a 6-yard carry for number 6. Luke Glasgow. Brought down by Forshak. And we have an injury timeout on the field. And with that timeout on the field, we will be right back. All right. Welcome back. Both teams making their way to the line of scrimmage. Blue Streaks ball. 3rd and 2. Handoff. Driving his feet. Able to pick up the first down by carrying some Raiders. Wyatt Jones. Brought down by number 23.
We're also seeing a change up here on offense for the Lake. They have now went into a no huddle kind of hurry up offense.
Yeah, really pushing, running that clock. And went 3 run plays on that. So shotgun formation for Quire. Trips to his right, hands off again, up the middle. Bittner chomping those feet, driving. Able to pick up about 6 yards on the run. And looks like another Blue Streak is down. Jason Forshak was on that tackle.
And that's one thing that's very unfortunate about these temperatures is after halftime, after sitting down, after relaxing, this is where you're going to probably see the most cramps.
So the second injury timeout here on this drive for the Blue Streaks. And it does look like a cramp here for the second time. Can't make out the number of who it is. They're trying to get him up on his feet. Blue Streaks taking a lot of time out of the clock on this drive. You know, their last few drives have been big plays. Now they're going to run the clock a little bit and see what their offensive line can get out of it.
Yeah, and it's almost like they're getting ready to see what they could run against their week 2 opponent. Just starting setting up for that almost a pre-practice in the middle of a game.
So Constantine was our injured Blue Streak, and he is making his way over to the sidelines. Raiders have their defense out and ready to go. Here come the Blue Streaks. 3:13 in the third quarter. 2nd and 2 for the Blue Streaks. Quire at quarterback. Snap is back. Handoff. Not a lot of running room. Raiders able to get up the middle and stop that. That running back was number 24. Lachlan Baker on that run. Loss of 2 for the Blue Streaks. It is a 3rd down for the Blue Streaks.
I think there's going to be the offensive drives now where we start to see all the even younger guys get some reps here, get some from Friday nights.
So Quire and shotgun, reading the field. Snap is back, looking to throw. Has a man open. underneath, able to get it and pick up that first down for the Blue Streaks was number 4, Quinn Snyder. Forshak was able to make that tackle for the Raiders. First and 10 for the Blue Streaks. The Raiders 48. Lake once again in that no huddle offense. Quire in the shotgun. Snap is back. Looks to hand off. Oh, Quire's going to keep it himself. Able to pick up 2 or 3 on that. So not seeing the football for almost a full season, Alex Quire has come out tonight and looked really strong.
Oh, yeah. I would say it's due to the weight room and probably his diet and everything that he's done over the offseason, preseason. And it's showing tonight on the field.
Well, and it makes it tough for teams to kind of scout him, all right? Who are we going to get at quarterback? Are we going to get the shifty George? Or are we going to get Quire with the arm and able to command an offense? So snap is low, able to pick it up, hands it off, has room to run to George, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle. He is off to the races, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, tied to George for the Lake Blue Streaks. You know, for a minute, it looked like he had no hole whatsoever to run through, and he just shifted and cut and went right up the field.
That little bit of green got him to the promised land.
And you know what is crazy is that Ty George played quarterback almost all of last season.
You know, that's the one thing right now I'm loving about watching this Lake team is they were running almost a 3 quarterback set in a way, if you want to say, a 3 different wide receiver crew.
And snap is back. Kick is up and through the uprights. So with 58 seconds left here in the third quarter, their extra point is good. Lake has 49. South Range has 13. And we are going to take a timeout here. We'll be back after this. All right, we are back after that commercial break here with Q92 Sports. South Range has found themselves in a little bit of a hole. Tied to George running all over the field tonight for the Blue Streaks. He's got a punt return. He's got a couple big rushing touchdowns.
A couple of passing touchdowns.
Passing touchdown. I mean, he's just done it all for the Blue Streaks, not to shadow what Alex Quire has done at quarterback this evening. I mean, he has had an amazing arm. He's commanded this offense, and he has marched him down the field almost every single time he's been in at quarterback. So squib kick. Hiscock's able to pick it up, looking for room to run. Nowhere to go. Nice job by the special teams of Lake.
And that's as I was saying before, that extra point there. I'm very excited to watch this Lake team because you're getting a couple quarterbacks, you're getting a couple receivers, you're getting a couple of DBs, you're getting a couple of everything. And like you said, going into week 2, going into week 3, it's hard to prepare for them because not only are they doing it, but they're doing it very successful.
And we haven't even seen Davis Matson. He's out this evening with an injury, and he is their featured running back in most of the season. So South Range back out on offense. Snap is back. Toy looking to throw. Has a man, and he was able to bring it in. A shoestring catch there by number 11.
It's going to be
Tommy Titus.
It's going to be very interesting and see what they do here, just because they're now at that point in the sports world where they're at the continuous clock, and they got to move fast so they can slow the game down to try to get back into it.
Yes, we are at continuous clock. There's about 3 seconds left in the third quarter. Snap is back, and they were unable to get the snap off. So to end the third quarter here, it is Lake 49, South Range 13, and we will be back right after this. All right, we are back here at Raiders Stadium to start the fourth quarter. I'm Mike Dixon, joined in the booth by Ryan Rowland. We've had an exciting game here this evening. I know the score doesn't show it, but there have been some really big plays here tonight.
I agree, and I don't think that whatever the outcome is, no coach can go unhappy.
So South Range has the ball. Toy still in at quarterback. Snap is back, handoff up the middle. No room to run there for number 21. Number 24, Hagen.
And as we look around the stadium, too, I'm mostly looking at the Raiders sideline here. I have not seen one kid with a head down, pouting, complaining, or anything. And that's what you want to see going forward, because you know they're going to be all right later on in the season.
So quick score update. We have a final over at Hoover. Hoover 30, Akron Buchtel nothing. That is the final this evening. Throwing the shotgun. Snap is back. Rolling out. Looks like a keeper to his left. Nowhere to go. Blue Streaks defense all over that. So it brings up a fourth down. About 4th and 2, maybe 2.5 here for the Raiders. So they are going to punt. Vorshak back to punt for the Raiders. Looks like we have some new return guys for the Blue Streaks. Fair catch by number 22 of the Blue Streaks.
Fair catch by number 22, Chase Fuller.
Chase Fuller there.
Blue Streaks will take over first and 10.
Blue Streaks are going to take over first and 10 on their own 37-yard line. Or 27-yard line, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I look for this drive to be where we're going to see a lot of new faces, a lot of new names, only because where they're at in the game. And again, just getting them that exposure to Friday Night Lights.
Speaking of that, looks like we have a new quarterback in for the Blue Streaks. Looks like number 15, sophomore Wyatt Jones. Snap is back. Handoff. Able to get a couple yards out of that. Was number 6 for the Blue Streaks. Luke Glasgow. So we are in a running clock situation here. 10:06 to go. So there was no gain on that play. 2nd and 10. Blue Streaks in a shotgun. Snap is back. Jones with the handoff. Glasgow has the edge, has a little bit of running room at the 50, and he is shoved out of bounds at about the 53-yard line. Drew Starkey able to shove him out of bounds there. 1st and 10 for the Blue Streaks.
Another proven play of the theme of the night, that next man up mentality of we're gonna play whoever, and they're gonna be dominant in wherever.
So Blue Streak breaks the huddle. Shotgun formation for Jones. Snap is back, hands it off again, looking for room to run, has a little bit of a gap, able to get about 6 out of it.
And on to the 24, Lackland Baker.
Lackland Baker was the ball carrier.
Right on the play, number 62, Wilson Louder.
62 on that tackle.
8-5, number 19, 5 now for the Raiders. 39 go.
Blue Streaks break the huddle. Snap is back. Handoff. No, it's a keeper. Jones able to pick it up. He's at the 20. Rumbling, and he is brought down at about the 13-yard line.
We have some laundry down there on the field.
We do have a flag. It's going to be holding in the Blue Streak, so they're going to back that up. Some score updates. McKinley 15, Harding 12, 2:34 left in the third quarter for that. Glen Oak 7, Dover 18, and the start of the fourth. So it's 2nd and 15 for the Blue Streaks. Jones gets the snap. Hands, keeper again, has room to run. Breaks a tackle. Gets the first down. Lowers the shoulder. Gets a couple more yards. Wyatt Jones on the keeper. Able to pick up the first down for the Blue Streaks.
And what a great little play that was, too, because I'm not going to lie. I followed their running back. I believe he had it.
It was the same exact play they ran the play before. So Lake's young guys showing that they can get it done also. Marching the ball right down the field. 1st and 10 for the Blue Streaks. 6:44 here left to go in the game. Snap is back. Handoff. Trying to find some room to run. Able to pick up about maybe 4 on the play. Andrew Johnson was the ball carrier for the Blue Streaks on that one. Another quick score update. Jackson 35, Chardon 7 with 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter. .555 here in the fourth. Running clock. Blue Streaks up 49-13 and driving. Snap is back. Handoff again. Looking for room to run. And has some yards.
Handoff number 23, Andrew Johnson.
Andrew Johnson again with the carry. Able to find the edge and pick up the first down for the Blue Streaks.
You know, we're now starting to see, too, a lot of subs coming in and out, even with the younger guys.
Yeah, it's great on week one. You're able to get some young guys some play time, get them the experience.
Yes, indeed, and that's going to help you in the long run too.
So Blue Streaks break the huddle. Jones still in at quarterback for the Blue Streaks. Snap is back. Hands it off. Has the edge. Looks to break a tackle and does. And brought down right about the 2-yard line. Baker with some nice shifty moves, lowers his shoulder, able to pick up the first down and more. And now Blue Streaks are in a goal line situation.
These younger guys for the Blue Streaks offense are showing that they're just as hungry as the starters.
And we have a really good ball game, it looks like, out in Massillon. Glenville leading 27-20 over Massillon with about 10:20 left to play in the fourth quarter. There's a flag on the field. Delay a game against the Blue Streaks. So you'll have that. You got the younger guys out there not used to keeping tabs on the clock, trying to come in, call plays, get guys lined up in the right spot.
And I completely agree. And it's one of those, as a coach, you're going to be angry you got a penalty, but then, like you said, it's something you got to understand that it's going to happen.
Snap back, and Blue Streaks are going to take the knee with 3:14 left.
Quarterback takes the knee.
So it's second down for the Blue Streaks. 2nd and 11. Jones in at quarterback. Going to watch that play clock run down. Snap is back, and he is going to take a knee again. So it looks like the Blue Streaks are going to try to pack it in here. 2:20 left here in the fourth quarter.
I also don't blame Coach Dandy George on that because you already got the win. There's 2 minutes left. It's almost as a let's go home.
And you got a little bit of a drive to get home.
Yeah. As you say that, it looks like some of the fans are actually leaving now.
So again, Blue Streaks out to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 16, 1:55 left to go here in the ball game. Snap is back, and knee taken. That brings up 4th down. Clock is ticking. 49-13. Lake Blue Streaks with the lead.
I also feel like we're going to see the same thing we've seen the last couple plays. They're just going to take a knee with the 1 second on the play clock.
So we are under a minute here. Lake does take that knee on 4th down. That is a turnover on downs. So it'll be 1st and 10 for South Range on their own 24-yard line. He's just going to get some younger guys out there.
Probably going to get some young guys out there trying to run the ball. Just have a couple of good drives to end on a high note from this game tonight.
So 55 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. The clock does stop right here because it's a change of possession. South Range making their way out to the field. Looks like we have a new quarterback in the game. Number 22, Woodward, Levi Woodward. Snap is back, and he's going to take the knee with 50 seconds left on the clock. I mean, we've had a very, very explosive second half from these Blue Streaks. And it really, they came out of halftime, scored on the first play, and it set the tone for the rest of the game.
Yeah, that score right there when they came out of the half was probably the nail in the coffin just to put it home and to secure a week 1 victory.
So 23 seconds left. South Range going to kneel it again. And that looks like it's going to run the clock down here. We're at 9 seconds. Both teams lining up to shake hands. And ladies and gentlemen, that will be the ball game. Lake Blue Streaks 49, South Range 13. We'll be right back with a quick game recap after this break. All right, we are back here at South Range Raiders Stadium. Our final for our week 1 game is the Lake Blue Streaks 49, South Range 13. Both teams coming out with a great first quarter, and from there it was kind of a boxing match, and then we had those big kickoff returns, 3 in a row, that kind of set the tone for that first half of the game. Give us your synopsis of the game, Ryan.
Looking at this game as a whole, like you said, it's a boxing match of whose next man up was going to be the best man out there. And both teams, in a sense, did a great job at that. You're looking at a South Range team that they keep saying it's the empty of the cabinet. And I think what got to them tonight was they didn't have enough guys to go, so they couldn't keep putting fresh guys in. When you run out of DBs, running backs, wide receivers, linemen, trying to get these guys breaks, it's hard. And it got to him.
Yeah, and then coming out of halftime, Lake comes in with a big play, tied to George all over the field tonight. Running back, quarterback, kick returner, punt returner. I mean, he played a heck of a game. I mean, I think I even saw some plays where he was in on defense. Alex Quire coming in, first play times for a year due to injury, played phenomenal at quarterback. Commanded the offense, had some great big passes down the field. That Lake defense was, strong up front, forced South Range to kind of pick and choose their plays, what they could do when they thought something would work. Lake kind of went and made some adjustments and shut it down for them.
And that's the one thing that happens when you get, I want to say, Lake's a well-coached team. That coaching staff's been together for a really good while. So they're very used to it, that where they see an offense or they see a team going with something and having success, they're going to find a very, very quick way to nip it in the butt and end it for them.
So a couple quick scores before we sign off here for the evening. Jackson 35, Chardon 7. Glenville 27, Massillon 27 with 8:30 left in the fourth quarter. McKinley 22, Harding 12. Third quarter just ended. And a final 30 Hoover over Bookdale. And what a great start to the first week. Look forward to a nice, long, hard-fought season. And we'll be back to kind of close it out after this.
local sports talk you want. The Sam Berkowitz Show, weekday afternoons on AM 1310 WTPN.
All right, so our final here from Raiders Stadium is Lake Blue Streaks 49, South Range Raiders 13. What a great night of football. Once again, I'm Mike Dixon. Next with me is Ryan Rowland here for the first week one action of the 2025 season. We hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast by Q92 Sports, presented by Charshone Auto Group. Once again, have a great evening, and we'll see you next week.
This year it's even